Yeah.
I need a more physically
Ham.
job.
Tes 1, 2, 3. Oh, guys. Well, hello. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Balik lagi pada saya ManMenAja. Kali ini karena aku memang tambah gabut dan aku butuh primo game karena aku tadi pagi gacha ini nggak dapat udah PT 69. PT 69 loh. Dan Kujusara juga belum dapat kan. Gue bikin ini sama ini nggak dapat. Iya kan kita butuh primo game juga. Berhubung aku belum ngerjain. Ngerjain baru mana ya? Ini ya Noel, Diona, Barbara. Aku baru ngerjain Noel udah 2. Baru ngerjain 3. Ya kita lanjut aja ke yang lain ya. Kita kencan dengan Nongkrong. Bangke. Dani bangke. 69 loh Dan. Nggak dapat anjir. Ya udahlah. Dari primo game dulu lah. Nguli. Mana Nongkrong ya?
It looks like all our problems are solved. Welcome to the Jade Chamber.
Hello Nongkrong.
Oh, great. I have no idea what we would have done otherwise.
I didn't think we'd really manage to get you here.
Yes.
This was a last-minute situation, and you're the one we trust the most.
Kenapa Nits?
To put it simply, we are just looking for the right person to help. We had a very long discussion about it, but to no avail. I have tasked my 3 most
Diskusi apa,
trusted
Tuts?
secretaries with overseeing an important auction tomorrow. This, however, leaves their regular duties unattended to, and the work cannot afford to go undone. The nature of their day-to-day work is highly sensitive and confidential, so whomever I ask to fill in needs to be someone I can trust, and who doesn't have a conflict of interest.
Lalu kamu ingat aku?
Yes, you were the person who came to mind. We may not have spent a great deal of time together, but I do place a great deal of trust
thank
in
you.
To me, this work is highly sensitive and of utmost importance, though I'm sure you'll find it to be mundane at best. It would not surprise me if you can't bear the tedium or can't make the time.
Oh enggak.
And
Ada
yet,
waktu.
despite this,
Lagi senggang.
I thought it could do no harm to ask the question, on the off chance that you are interested.
Ya aku minat dong.
As it happens, I was just having a discussion on backup plans with my secretaries before you arrived.
Apa Tuts?
But the outcome of that discussion was that we couldn't think of a suitable alternative.
Jadi?
This is a good reminder that we should always have a contingency plan for everything.
Anyway, this may add to the debt of gratitude I owe you. But the fact is, your arrival here has rescued what was fast becoming a rather dire situation indeed.
Anjir. Jadi biarpun utang kepadamu dia bertambah, kedatanganmu kali ini jadi sebuah pertolongan katanya. Kalau kamu yakin aku mau dong.
I wouldn't worry. It's all work you'll be quite familiar with. Planning trips, gathering
gitu.
pertinent information, that sort of thing.
Oke.
All basic skills required by competent adventurers, if I'm not
Ya
mistaken.
dong, aku tim petualang.
If you have any questions about your work, I will answer them shortly.
Oke.
The administrative work Lady Nongkrong touched upon just now is only one aspect. You'll also be required to cater for Lady Nongkrong's basic daily needs, such as clothing and meals, and be on call for any other
Ini
requests
bukan
she may have.
administrasi, ini jadi pembantu namanya. Wow, kayaknya terlalu.
Don't be mistaken. I won't put you in a difficult position, and I will fully respect your
Jadi babu
judgment.
disuruh ya bilang pekerjaan
Alright.
administrasi.
Please proceed to the office. Bai Shi will go over the work with you in more detail.
Yes, Lady Nongkrong.
Oh ini Basi.
Okay, let's go.
Namanya Basi. Beberapa lama Basi ya. Di mana sih itu? Bawah. Halo Basi. Minta buku ya lo. Mana buku-buku lagi? Biar dapat achievement ya. Mana lagi ya? Udahlah.
Before I get into specifics, I want to start by giving you the big picture.
Apa tuh?
As a member of the Liu Qixing, Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight. Maintaining her perfect image at all times is absolutely essential. My usual job is to be her right hand, to maintain her image and take care of all her worries.
Tangan kanan.
For
Lu tangan kanan ya.
example, arranging her daily schedule, picking out clothes for her, dressing her, applying her perfume.
Sampai nyemprotkan parfum pun disuruh orang anjir. Kamu udah kesurupan atau?
You misunderstand me.
Sampai nyemprotkan parfum aja nih gua gak bisa anjir.
The sheer importance of the work you will be undertaking.
Baisha has always been very passionate about her work. I can leave any task in her capable hands and rest assured that her performance will be nothing short of exemplary.
Oke.
I'm sure she was simply trying to share some of her enthusiasm in the hopes that you may find it infectious.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang.
Ini anak nih kayak aneh gitu
Back
Bai
to
Si
the
nih sama
topic at
Ningguang.
hand. Let's get into the details.
Oke.
Bai Xiao and Bai Wen handle tasks that require enormous experience, while I'm mainly responsible for organizing her daily schedule and making sure she is well fed, dressed for any occasion, and that all her needs are met. I
Oke.
can go through the methods I use and give you some pointers based on my experience to ensure that you are fully equipped to perform your duties.
Iya,
All in a day's
intinya jadi
work for the
babu ya kan?
traveler,
Jadi babu Ningguang nih.
Great. Then I'll skip that and just get to the handover of duties.
Oke.
Currently, there are 133 items that
Astaga.
have yet to be scheduled, 17 of which are high importance.
133 kegiatan anjir.
Yes, I did try to make a start in advance, but only got as far as roughly prioritizing the tasks before I ran out of time.
Anjir,
I'll go
anjir.
through the most important items with you in more detail. If there's anything you don't understand, feel free to stop me with questions at any point.
Oke.
First is the periodic meeting with the representatives of the 8 trades. After that, fielding opinions on revisions to the current tax legislation. Then, a discussion with Lady Kuching on issues relating to time restrictions on land conveyance deals. Following that, there's a Q&A session with all the major commerce guilds.
Oh.
Right after that, there's...
Saya dan Ningguang yang mengatur jadwalnya.
Yes, you do. To the uninitiated, scheduling may sound like a simple process of matching tasks to time slots, but
Astaga.
there's actually far more to it than that. You need to take travel time into account, along with a whole spectrum of potential issues that can arise. Ample knowledge of all
Ribet, anjir.
outside factors that may weigh upon your Plan A is essential to devise a workable contingency plan. I assume this is all making sense. Unless you had any other questions at this point?
Karena aku tidak mengerti sama sekali.
Good. Then let's press on. We're tight on time here, and there's a lot to get through. And we still need to leave enough time for you to prepare Lady Ningguang's schedule.
Seperti aku udah tahu cara sekarang.
Already? Wow. You're a fast learner.
Yes, yang
Very
penting
good.
iyakan
This will be
dulu.
much more efficient.
Itu nanti pikir belakangan
Wonderful.
aja.
Then I'll be counting on you to provide my schedule for tomorrow.
Oke.
I'm grateful for your assistance. Now, I will leave you here in peace to proceed with your work. I still have a few items from today's schedules that need addressing. If
Okay.
anything else is unclear, you can ask Baisha.
Take care, Lady Ningguang.
Bai Si tuh Baiser. Ini apa ya? Baiklah saatnya untuk menghindari urusan yang terlalu rumit. Sama sederhana libur 1 hari.
Don't you think that this schedule is a bit of a light load?
Nih gue sudah lama gak berlibur kan.
Yeah, that's true. Lady Ningguang has a lot of work to attend to, and
Simple,
frankly, she
anjir.
doesn't have many opportunities to rest. We do sometimes worry about her health, but her attitude is very Mora-driven. If by taking a break there's a chance she'll lose Mora, she'll never agree to it.
Wih, bijak nih. Beberapa orang pun tidak sepadan dengan kesehatan.
I see where you're coming from.
Iya, jangan kerja-kerja terus.
You have a point.
Sesekali
Alright
libur
then,
gitu.
Let's go with your plan. I'm sure Lady Ningguang has plenty she wants to talk about with you.
Oke, I'm ready.
There's a lot of things that need doing over at the auction venue, so I will be leaving you now.
Bye-bye.
I hope so too. You must be exhausted. Make sure you get an early night tonight.
Dadah, Bai Si. Udah kelar. Libur telah tiba. Hore, Sore, jam 7 pagi. Libur telah tiba. 7. Ini cerita Ningguang tapi kebanyakan sama sekretarisnya kita ngomong anjir. Untung lagi butuh primo aku nih. Mana Ningguang? Ningguang, bangun. Woi, bangun.
Yes, I'm already awake.
Yuk,
I'll
ikut
be
jadwal,
out in
ikut
a
jadwal.
moment. I'm just changing.
Ikut jadwal, ikut jadwal.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Bajunya itu aja, katanya banyak baju. Aku terus bersemangat sampai tidak bisa tidur.
Oh, how strange.
Kok samaan?
Me too.
Jangan-jangan kita...
I'm joking, of course. I slept like a baby. Sorry to disappoint you.
That's okay.
So, what's item 1 on today's schedule?
Inilah jadwal niche.
I imagine this must have taken Baisher completely by surprise.
Ya dong.
Sure, there's no harm in changing my schedule around.
Ya
once
dong,
in a
ikuti aja
while.
aku.
My schedule is usually very tightly packed, and any extra time I can squeeze out is spent on preparing for the future. So, it'll be quite nice to take a break.
Biasanya jarang istirahat ya.
I don't often feel tired.
Ada lopi-lopi.
Seeing the Mora come in has a way of making me feel quite invigorated.
Intinya nih anak mata murah.
Still, your idea is very sensible. Mora can only lift a weary spirit. It cannot alleviate physical fatigue. So then, the days ahead of us. Any ideas on how to spend it?
Aku sesuatu yang biasa tidak bisa kamu lakukan tidak ada waktu.
Something I never have time for.
Yes.
Have you played the chess game I made? Or heard of it, perhaps?
Namanya 1000 tahun di Liwe.
Yes. It's
Eh,
based on classic chess, but with different rules.
gimana tuh?
When I was designing it, I wanted it not only to be a fun game, but also to capture Liyue's culture in a unique way. So I introduced a lot of concepts that aren't part of traditional chess, as well as different chess pieces and even boards.
Mana
I'm
tuh?
constantly revising and expanding it.
Anjir, 30
So
versi.
far, there are over 30 editions.
Ternyata proyek besar ya.
True. That's one reason why it's been difficult to catch on.
Mukanya sedih kali.
But I don't feel that making it easier to learn is necessarily a good thing.
Oh, tetap keras
Is it
kepala
one
ya.
of the joys of playing chess to continually learn and progress through a complex set of rules?
Jadi bagaimana cara kita mau orang
I
tertarik?
think the key will be to make something that easily catches the attention of people who haven't played much chess before. I'm planning to make a new set with the board and pieces based on the battle for Liyue. One side will play the Guardians of Liyue Harbor. The other side will play the Fatui and Osile.
Kedengaran menarik.
No problem. I will let you try it out as soon as I finish the prototype.
Oke,
I
Ningguang.
want to make each of the chess pieces of Liyue Millennial as true to life as possible. And no Guardians of Liyue chess set would be complete without you, would it?
Kamu boleh beda satu seperti diriku.
I am indeed. Many of them, in fact. My thinking was that only people who pre-order the chess set at full price will be eligible to receive the limited edition Traveler chess piece.
Oh,
It seems only fitting for someone of your status.
sepenting gue dong.
Naturally,
Bagi di pemasaran.
since you are the face of that historic event. I intend to make chess pieces for everyone who was involved that day, including myself.
Oke.
Everyone who owns this chess set will preserve this moment in history in a vivid and compelling form.
Kita keren.
Then it's decided. Come with me. To make this chess piece, I need to take some measurements.
Oke. Mana? Di atas. Oh. Di ruang kerja Ningguang tadi ya. Adew. Adew. Mana sih? Jauh rupanya anjir. Malah balik ke Liwi.
Can't catch me.
Oh, Ning R pula.
Oh, Lady Ningguang. And
and the traveler.
Iya dong, halo Ying
You
Er.
already know each other?
Ya, sering ketemu nih.
Oh, I think it goes a little deeper than that. I don't teach my hard-earned skills to just anyone, you know.
Oke.
There's a word for people like you, who are warm one minute and cold the next. Fickle.
You seem to be in a good mood today.
As ever, there's nothing special about today, but seeing you two has definitely perked me up.
Oke.
All jokes aside, how can I be of service today?
Remember the custom chess pieces I told you about? I'd like you to take her measurements today.
Bukannya dia buka usaha perselen.
Whatever business I'm in, I am first and foremost a woman of many talents. Don't you remember when I taught you how to make perfume? There was no porcelain involved in that. As it happens, I am a skilled tailor as well.
Multi talent nih Ying Er.
What can I say? I'm in the prime of my youth and I love all beautiful things. Is that so strange?
No?
Yingar is every bit as proficient as any of the top tailors in the land. I've availed myself of her services many times before.
Oke.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just realizing that the traveler only thinks I'm good at one thing. I see how it is. In which case, you'll find all the tools you could need in the room. Please help yourselves. I'll
Kenapa
stay
pakai sendiri?
outside and
Emang aku yang buat?
mind my own porcelain business, as you quite rightly suggested.
Kok jadi aku yang buat jadinya?
What are you expecting me to do here?
Jahit dong, ngejahit.
I think the traveler is the one you should be asking about that.
Artikan kata tukang lain.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Ying Er.
It's hard not to tease when you're both so well matched. Come on then. Step inside and I'll examine your body from tip to toe.
Oke. Apa yang diukur nih?
If I hear any strange new rumors after this, you will be my number one suspect.
Rumors about the traveler or the chess piece?
Aduh. Tuh sekali pemirsa.
Either. Both are confidential.
Terlalu sus.
Don't worry, I know where the line is. I'd never take a joke too far. Secrets are only fun when they're kept secret.
Semoga kamu tahu di mana batasnya.
Just enough with the ambiguous phrasing, okay? You'll give people the wrong idea. Forget it. Let's just go.
You're always welcome at Scent of Spring. Come
Thank you, Ying
again,
Er.
anytime.
I slightly regret bringing you here. It doesn't bother me. I just hope she didn't make you feel too awkward. Now that your measurements are taken, let's go to Mingxing Jewelry and put an order in.
Ya gue OTW nih. Ding 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 ding. Pam pam pam.
Hello, Lady Ningguang.
Hello,
What can I do
Singsi.
for you today?
That chess piece I told you about? We can start work now. I have the traveler's measurements here.
Okay, let me just double check. Looks good. This has all the measurements we need.
Oke,
I'll pass them on to the craftsman shortly.
Good.
oke.
And as agreed, please use top-grade materials.
Iya dong harus.
Of course,
Ini soalnya
we are
modelku.
professionals, and we will do everything we can to deliver the high standard you expect. Although, speaking to you as a friend, I have to tell you that the sale price you indicated won't even cover the cost of production. I don't mean just the material costs either. Waiting around for top quality materials drags out the production time and also reduces the total quantity we can produce.
That's okay. This one is not for profit.
Iya dong.
With every previous set, there's always been some degree of commercial or marketing considerations to bear in mind.
Dia pengen
But this one
bidak
serves more of a
kita ya untuk
commemorative
kenang-kenangan
purpose.
dia.
To
Biar
that
disimpan di
point,
kamar.
as you know, the prototype of the Jade Chamber chess piece has been in the works for a long time, but I haven't once followed up on the progress.
Jet Camber, ada beda catur Jet Camber catur ini.
Yes, And just like your piece, the Jade Chamber piece will be scaled for the game.
Anjir, proporsional. Gak pernah gue paham. Kali kau tuh kayak Singki.
Yes, it's a
Singsi,
challenging project.
Singki pula.
But also, not for profit is really not something I ever expected from Lady Ningguang. How do I put it? It just seems out of character.
In
Out of
business,
character.
everything comes down to profits versus losses. You have to keep a cool head and make rational judgments. In other words, you must be shrewd.
Harus
But
pintar.
shrewdness is easily perceived as cynicism in the eyes of others. People come to think of you as someone who cares only about money and not people.
Yes.
Hardly the worst thing in the world, of course. But it has caused obstacles for me in the past.
Hah?
Well,
Oh.
for example,
Itu dia.
I
Oh.
once had a case where someone
Oh.
backed out of a deal with me to sell to someone else. We were both offering the exact same terms. It was simply because they didn't like me very
Siapa
much.
tuh?
Another case is where I offered distinctly more competitive terms in an investment, and this ended up arousing their suspicion. That Ningguang, they thought, she must be up to something. We can't let her get away with it.
I see.
But these problems disappeared all but completely after the battle against Osio.
Anjay. Lama kita
Why?
berjasa kali kita ya.
Because the whole of Leo witnessed me destroying my Jade Chamber. At least, that's the most reasonable explanation I could think of.
Oke, Ningguang.
Oh, I get it. You're saying that back when you sacrificed the Jade Chamber, you gained everyone's respect in return. You're not seeking to make a profit from these chess pieces because what you're commemorating is your personal contribution to Liyue Harbor.
Itu namanya otak
It was
pembisnis.
the deal of the century. And as long as you keep
Otak pembisnis.
capitalizing on it, business will be plain sailing for you in the future.
Yes, exactly. Very to the point.
Very to the point.
Truly a brilliant strategy, Lady Ningguang. You really are a business mastermind. Now I understand why this set needs to be so perfect and why it's okay that it doesn't turn a profit.
It will be a lot of work, and I'm most grateful to you. Make sure the traveler's piece is exactly how she wants it. We can't go letting her down.
Harus
Don't you
dong.
worry, we'll put our all into it.
Well, that's that then. Let's head back to the Jade Chamber.
Yuk, skuy, balik ke
There's
chamber.
something I want to discuss with
Ih,
you.
kok malu-malu gitu Ningguang? Ningguang. Kok dia malu-malu gitu? Ya, kita balik ke chamber. Mana dia?
I have a question for you, and I'd like to hear your honest opinion.
Ya, apa
And
tuh?
I, in turn, will tell you how I really think.
Oke.
When we were at Mingxing Jewelry, I admitted that my decision to sacrifice the Jade Chamber was a calculated one. I had already considered what I stood to lose and to gain. When you heard that, did it make you think that maybe I really was a cynical profit chaser after all?
Intinya kamu ada saat waktu tiba.
Thank you.
Yeay.
Yes.
Kita harus
You
manis-manis.
see things the way they are, however they may appear on the surface.
Ya dong.
I was lying to Xingxi. My decision to destroy the Jade Chamber was nowhere near as thought through as I made it out to be. I just thought we should do what needed to be done.
Iyalah, kita harus kalah ke
and this was a
Osial.
decision that only I could make.
Pengorbanan itu dibutuhkan ya guys ya.
Afterwards, I consoled myself by reasoning that all my wealth comes from Leo Harbor. So, to lose Leo Harbor is to lose everything. In that sense, giving up the Jade Chamber
Otak
would be a
bisnis, otak
profitable
bisnis.
investment in the long term. But it just didn't work. I was grief-stricken. Like a
Anjay.
huge part of my heart was suddenly
Apakah
missing.
Ningguang sudah menyesal
Because I
menghancurkan
had
dari
just
chambernya?
severed ties with a lifelong companion. I
iya ya?
stared out at the sea for goodness knows how long. I just couldn't let it go.
Agak sesal gitu dia berarti.
I just couldn't. There was no way I could console myself. So why bother trying?
No comment, Ningguang no
But
comment.
as time went by,
Takut salah ngomong.
I received so many thank you gifts and letters from people. Everyone was describing how they now saw me in a new light.
Oh,
How I'd
ada
become an
dampak
inspiration to
baiknya
them.
berarti.
I gave up the Jade Chamber without a moment's hesitation. And I did it for the sake of Leo Harbor. And now, people are inspired to follow my example, to tackle their life challenges with the same unswerving determination.
Oke.
All of this was so encouraging to hear. It made me feel that my dear old companion's sacrifice was not in vain.
Jadi kenapa kamu buang basing sih?
Because, to most people, the idea that Lady Ningguang is someone who battles with grief and struggles to let go of the past is probably the furthest thing from the truth that they could imagine. This is one aspect of the truth that I can share only with you.
Anjay, kita
The
spesial
fact
nih
that-
ceritanya.
I can't always be as strong
Kamu
as
sudah melakukan
everyone
yang
thinks
terbaik.
I am. Thank you for your comforting words. It feels
Anjay, dia terbuka
good
sama
even
kita
just
ya,
to be
guys,
able to
ya.
talk about it. I'm sorry that you have to see me in this state. But look where I am
Versi
now,
Ningguang yang rapuh.
standing on the deck of the Jade Chamber once more, taking in the view. It must be fate's reward to me. And if I end up having to do it all over again in the future, I will not
Anjay.
hesitate to make the same decision again.
Anjay. Anjay. Kemauan yang tidak berubah. Suasana hati buruklah sirna laksana langit, bendung yang terbuka cerah ke depannya. Dia pasti bisa memutuskan dengan benar. Anjir, ini bagus loh. Kok gak bisa diisi? Kok gak bisa di itu? Satu rute sudah terbuka. Kita buka rute yang lain. Libur telah tiba. Libur telah tiba. Oh, ini true ending ya? Ini true endingnya nih. Ini true ending. Simpan dong, bagus ini. Berarti kita kesini dulu. Membuat jadwal. Ayo kita bicara dengan Baishi. Baishi, aku akan membuat jadwal untuk Ningguang. Karena satu rute sudah, kita pilih rute yang lain. Tadi itu rute true ending. Ya, guys ya. Halo Baishi.
Before I get in, as a member of the Liu, my usual job is
Iya,
to, for
bacot
example,
Baishi.
arranging her daily schedule.
Matamu tidak benar-benar.
You misunderstand me. I am simply trying to impress upon you the sheer importance of...
Baisha has always been very passionate about her work. I'm sure she was.
Pokoknya ini udah jawab tadi.
Back to the top. By Xiao and by I can go through the methods I use and give you all in a day's work for the... Currently, there are 130...
Banyak itu.
Yes, I'll go through them most first.
Ya, kita
Then
buat
a
kalau yang ini
discussion
kita
with
buat
you.
jadwal yang
After
ketat.
that,
Kalau tadi kan libur.
Yes, you do. You need to take ample knowledge of all... I assume this is all making sense. Unless you had any other questions at this point?
Mana ya?
Good. Then let's press on. We're tight on time here, and there's a lot to get through. And we still need to leave enough time for you to prepare Lady Ningguang's schedule already.
Tidak perlu.
Wow.
Pas sekali
You're a
kamu
fast
belajar.
learner.
Wonderful. Then I'll be counting on you to
Harus
provide. I'm
masuk
grateful for
bisaku.
your assistance. Now, I will leave you here in peace. If anything else is unclear,
Take care, Lady Ningguang.
Dadah Ningguang. Baru kita buat jadwalnya. Kalau ini kita buat jadwal untuk Ningguang, kalau yang tadi kan enggak. Makan, mandi, gosok gigi, ganti baju, sesek keluar. Bertemu dengan Musa Lukiau dari Lilui Pavilion. Makan siang. Bertemu dengan 3 informan dan tukar informasi. Bra. Oh, ini ribet ya. Nggak kayak tadi.
Good. You factored in both priority and efficiency, and produced a rigorous and well-structured schedule. You've clearly considered it from every angle.
Yes.
Excellent work. You've got quite a knack for this.
Kamu terlalu
Please be
memuji.
here at the Jade Chamber tomorrow morning before Lady Ningguang wakes up and start preparing based on the schedule.
Oke.
With you helping out here, we will be able to focus fully on the auction. It will be quite a complicated affair.
Bye Baishi.
I hope so too. You must be exhausted.
Nah, baru kita masuk ke jalur yang betul. Aduh, hari ini pula. Dia nunggu sampai jam 7 atau gimana sih? Ntar. Pagi berikutnya. Pas pula jam 1. Lama lagi nunggu nih. Nah, kita harus pak waktu. Teng, 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 teng. Deng.
Don't underestimate the beetle.
Bangun nih Guang, bangun.
Toughest little guys around. Yes, you can.
Cuma kamar sih.
You can. Want to know what's on this
Oh,
beetle's
bawah.
diet? Sweat and tears. That's what. That's how it gets stronger.
Bangun nih Guang, bangun.
Yes, I'm already awake.
Ayo
I'll be
kerja
out
awal,
in a
kerja awal.
moment. I'm just changing.
Baru ganti bajumu sini, baru gantikan.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Sama seperti biasa, sedikit grogi.
There's nothing to worry about. We just need to go through the schedule you made and tick the items off one by
Okay.
Now then, the schedule. Let's see what you have for me today.
Ini cat awal
Item
needs.
1. Lunch at Lioli Pavilion with Miss Lua Chiao.
Lu Xiao Chong.
Yes, I remember the invitation. I need to make sure I'm well prepared for this.
Pada itu temanmu?
No, someone I've never met before. Today's lunch will be our first time meeting each other.
Karena makan siang mau sesak apa?
She's paying a high price for my time. And I
Oh,
intend to make sure she gets her money's worth.
bertanggung jawab kali nih Guang nih.
Otherwise, tens of millions of mora is rather a high
Puluhan
price
juta,
for lunch.
anjir.
Even one at Lioli Pavilion.
Mau makan sama
Say.
nih Guang puluhan juta, boy.
That's right. Even at this price,
Astaga.
there is no shortage of people willing to pay for a lunch opportunity.
What the
with me.
fuck? Semudah
To
jadi
be
duit.
clear, I've never had any hand in setting the price. I too was rather surprised
Langsung
to see
klarifikasi
it
dong.
become so expensive.
Langsung klarifikasi nih
Time
Guang
is
ya.
very valuable to me. So when I first came up with the idea, I made a rule that my time would go to the
Anjir
highest
nih
bidder.
orang.
Gradually, it developed into a lucrative business.
Iyalah,
Yes, that
cuma makan
sums it
siang
up
anjir.
very well.
Bayar puluhan juta.
Most people looking to buy my time are business people who believe that whatever they spend now, they will make back several times over in due course.
Anjir.
Naturally, for anyone looking to make a profit in a complex market, the bottom line is having the requisite experience and expertise.
Gila.
All I can do for them is share whatever insight I may have.
Gila.
As for how much my insight is worth in terms of mora, everyone has their own idea.
Ternyata
There
begini
is
ya
no
pola pikir orang
standardized way
kaya.
to measure something like this. You're a very lucky person, you know. You get to sit in on this lunch for free.
Iya dong.
In the hands of a professional business person, the kind of information you'll be exposed to would be worth, well, tens of millions of
Aduh,
more.
masih gue puluhan juta mora. Ini sudah jadi pelajaran paling penting dalam hidupku.
There's no need to be nervous, of course. Now, let's have some breakfast before we leave.
Oke. Bangke. Sarapan bersama Ningguang. Gimana sarapan ya? Oh.
Did you organize this entire breakfast?
Aku hanya milih waktunya saja.
I know what's going on.
Kok terkejut
then.
gitu?
Please, sit. Have a taste of the Jade Chambers chef's cooking. This
gitu?
kind of
Nggak
food
malu
tastes
lagi ya?
far less satisfying if left out for too long. What do you
Jarang-jarang ya
think?
kan? Aku
Is
sampai
the
makan
food to your
kebanyakan.
liking?
Paimon mana ya Paimon?
Don't forget we have a lunch later. Save some space, or you might miss out on some even better food.
Anjir.
Still, I'm happy to see that you approve of my culinary tastes.
Kamu bisa sarapan bareng sekretarismu.
On occasion. Usually everyone is too busy for a leisurely sit-down meal. There's an awful lot to get done most of the time. Breakfast also isn't usually so lavish, hence my surprise when we got here. I actually thought you had cooked it all yourself.
Ya aku main bisa masak sih.
Relax, I'm just joking. Baishar probably made arrangements yesterday to add a few extra dishes to the breakfast menu. You willingly took this work on, knowing that it would be tedious, and you have worked diligently.
Ya
My
dong.
secretaries and I are very grateful
Semua demi
to
kau
you.
Ningguang.
Treating you to some food is but a small token of our appreciation.
Makanannya enak banget.
Breakfast sets the tone for the rest of the day. You can't compromise on it. If you wake up to the same monotonous meal each day, you will start to feel fatigued even before you start working. Well, I'm done eating. We should get ready, then head off to Lioli Pavilion.
skuy.
I have some preparations to make first. Could you bring my clothes to my room, please?
Awas kok ganti baju ya. Awas kok ganti baju kok.
I need a change of mood, and a change of
Awas
clothes
baju
will
ini cuman.
facilitate that. Who knows? Perhaps you will have a completely different impression
Kita
of me
lihat, kita
after
lihat.
I change
Betulan ganti baju
outfits.
atau enggak dia nih.
I already instructed Longyang to have my outfit ready. You can fetch it from her.
Got it.
Thank you. I'll be in my room.
Ya, biar ku gantikan bajumu nanti sekalian. Lanyang. Lanyang.
Hello, how may I help?
Mari, baju
yes,
Ningguang.
of course. Please wait a moment. I'll go and get them. Here you are. Please give this to Lady Ningguang.
Lama juga ya.
Yes, this whole room is full of Lady Ningguang's personal items. Not just clothes either. There are all kinds of jewelry and ornaments. Lady Ningguang asked us to rearrange this room recently. We're currently right in the middle of that, so everything's in a bit of a mess. That's... Anyway, you can take it now. Thanks for coming to pick it up.
Oke, thank you. Nih Ningguang, awas gak ganti baju kok ya.
Did you get it?
Nih, ambil nih.
Ah, this is the one. Please, wait for a moment.
Oke.
I believe you've seen
Oh, betulan
this
ganti baju
outfit
dia,
before.
kirain enggak.
It's one of my favorites. I don't think I asked
Baju
you what you
tahun
thought of it at
lalu
the
nih.
time, though. What do you think? Be honest.
Cantik sekali.
Phew. Thank you. I was actually a little
Tuh,
nervous.
kok grogi.
Knowing that it has your seal of approval makes me feel much more self-confident.
Mau pakai apa aja tak bagus kok, buaya nih.
Oh, then it's mere flattery. You pick your moments to wisecrack, don't you? Now I don't know whether to
salting
take
nih
what
gua,
you said
salting.
earlier seriously.
Ningguang
I
salting.
never knew you had such a mischievous side.
Oh iya dong, aku pakar usil.
All right, let's head to Liali Pavilion.
Oke. Dwi Pavilion nggak salah di sini sih, iya kan? Licai. Aku beli ini licai, beli resep. Thank you licai. Setelah beli resep, kita pergi untuk menjumpai Ningguang. Lukiao.
Lady Ningguang.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
No, not at all.
Luo
I
Kiao.
know that you have 1,000 different things to do each day. I'm very grateful for any amount of time you can spare for me.
Aw.
Great. Well, let's leave the formalities aside from now on and make this just a friendly chat.
Oke.
This is the Traveler. I'm assuming you've heard of her.
Yang nyelamati
She
Liu itu
happened to be
loh.
in Liyue Harbor today, so I invited her to come along. It's a
Hehehe.
rare
Kita orang
opportunity
penting.
to dine with her
Kita orang
too.
penting.
Do you mind if she sits with us?
No, not at all. On the contrary, I'm honored. What a surprise to be
Wah,
dining
hebat
with the
mau makan bersama.
illustrious traveler, too.
The hero of Liu nih bos, senggol dong.
I've always been fascinated by you and your adventures. There's so many questions I'd love to ask you.
Oke, Liu Kiao.
I'm sorry. Where are my manners? I forgot to introduce myself.
Oh, it's
Look
okay.
at me, getting all overexcited.
Ya,
I'm Lo
santai,
Chiao,
santai.
a
Lu
businesswoman.
Chiao.
I work mostly in the textile business, but recently I've been considering branching out into some other markets. That's what I wanted to ask Lady Ningguang for some advice about. I didn't know there'd be a surprise guest involved, too.
Ya.
So, the rumors are true then.
Nomor apa tuh?
Rumors? About what exactly?
Apa tuh?
You know, the rumors about the two of you.
Anjir.
Lady Ningguang and the Traveler.
Lebih dari sekedar
having a,
teman.
closer than average relationship. You haven't heard?
Belum tuh.
Come on. You must know that Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight.
Gitu.
That obviously includes her relationships.
Baru tahu nih.
And if you didn't have some sort of special relationship, why would she invite you to this lunch right after finding out that you were back in Liyue
Aku sudah
Harbor?
mendengar sangat hati-hati.
Interesting. Yes, we do have a special relationship. But
Anjir,
I don't
special
see anything
relationship.
unusual about it. The Traveler is a national hero in
Ya
Liyue,
dong, pahlawan
whose
Liyue.
actions have directly contributed toward the prosperity we enjoy today.
Ingat, aku orang penting loh.
Even putting aside my official status as one of the Liyue Chising, I admire her on a personal level too.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, yes. Oh, there is nothing unusual about it at all. I was just observing that Lady
Captain.
Ningguang now seems to have a second
Who the fuck
interesting
is Captain?
character in her innermost circle. The first one being the captain.
You're comparing
Oh,
apples and
Beidou.
sunsettias there.
Beidou anjir.
Whenever Beidou returns to Liyue Harbor, all she brings me is a headache. I've missed out on a number of extremely promising investment opportunities thanks to her. In fact, the
Beidou,
timing is
Beidou.
always so suspiciously coincidental, I can't help but wonder if she's doing it on purpose.
Investment opportunities? Oh, do you mean the luminescent spine business? I hear that's been all the rage recently.
Oh, apa iya? Apa iya?
No, something else. All the talk about luminescent spines is just empty hype.
Oh, but isn't there some new technology from Fontaine that needs lots of luminescent spines to make it work?
Teknologi apa tuh?
If it were really that profitable, those in the know would have kept it as quiet as possible. You have to wonder, if the news is spreading like wildfire, who's fanning the flames?
Yeah, who?
I had my secretary do some analysis. The current price of luminescent spines far exceeds the profits that could be made on the end product.
Oh.
So I would advise you to be cautious.
I see. Well, I was planning to get your opinion on how to get started in that business.
Aduh, aduh.
In my opinion, there are many people around with ulterior motives, making this a very risky business to enter into in the short term. Long term, it's very difficult to say, but I believe there's too much uncertainty to make it worth your investment. You worked hard to earn every mora you own, and you should be just as careful spending it as you were making it.
Analisis dan
You think
sempurna.
so too, huh?
Dapat dia bebek dulu sebelum makan uang.
Okay, got it. If that's what both of you think,
Omongan kita
I'll
didengar
take
loh.
my time and not rush into anything.
Anjir, anjir. Hormat lagi orang sama
It'd be
kita
a better
berarti.
choice to invest this money into an industry that I'm genuinely interested in
Ya,
getting involved
use your
with.
money wisely.
Lady Ningguang, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. I didn't know how much we'd get through, but you've answered every question I
Ya
wanted
doh.
to ask.
Soalnya kok mahal, Pak.
Good.
Mahal apa? Bayar mahal.
I'm glad I could be of some help.
Now I see why you were able to become the most successful business person in Liyue Harbor. You think clearly, you are very knowledgeable, and you keep yourself well informed. It would take me a very long time to come anywhere close to
Jadi ini
your
alasan kenapa
level.
banyak orang rela bayar mahal untuk bertemu dengan Ningguang ya.
You've been listening for a while. Are you getting bored?
Tidak, aku malah merasa pembicaraan cukup menarik.
Has it sparked an interest in the business world for you?
Mungkin kamu jadi tertarik di dunia bisnis. Aku ini pemula, tapi aku masih bisa mengerti karena penjelasanmu mudah dimengerti.
That means you also have a
Anjir.
good head on your shoulders and the ability to learn rapidly.
Yes, thanks to
If
you.
you are in need of mora, you should absolutely consider doing business.
Nggak dikasih
I
mora kita
won't
nih.
take up any more of your time. Thank you. This lunch was everything I was hoping for and more. I can't wait to try out everything I've learned.
Yes.
See you next time. I'll look forward to hearing good news from you soon.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Right then. Lunch is over. I assume you have something planned next?
Yes.
Although,
Tapi apa
I'm a
tuh?
little concerned about the auction. I wonder how my secretarial trio is getting along.
Aman tuh, aman. Sans saja, sans. Iya, mereka sangat andal. Kita punya waktu harusnya. Nejel dong.
Yes, you're right. Whatever happens, they can handle it.
Iya, percaya
In that
aja.
case, what's next on the schedule?
Ketemu dengan para informan.
Okay then. Yes, it's been some time since I last caught up with them. Let's go to Mingxing Jewelry first. I need to pick up something before meeting them.
Oke. Panjang ya ceritanya. Kira bentar, rupanya panjang. Kayaknya ini bercabang juga sih. Tadi kan ada pilihan tuh, kita pilih atas ke bawah. Kayaknya kalau ke bawah tuh kita tempat lain, bukan di sini.
Hello. I'm here to collect the item I handed in for repair.
Ah, Lady Ningguang.
Lady
One
Dengan.
moment, please. I'll fetch it immediately.
Apa tuh?
Very good. Don't rush now.
Sebuah barang
Please,
sangat
handle
mahal
it
ya.
with care.
Yes or no?
And no.
Yes and no.
You probably imagine that Mingxing Jewelry deals exclusively in expensive luxury goods.
Tapi tak sepenuhnya benar.
The workers here are very skilled, so I like to come to them when I need something custom made. This time, though, I just had them do a
Hujan
simple
rupanya.
repair. The item is quite ordinary.
Kira
In
suara apa
fact,
rupanya?
the
Suara
cost
hujan.
of the repair was more than the item was ever worth.
Lady Ningguang, your comb has been fixed. Please inspect it and see
Sisir.
whether you're satisfied with our work.
Sisir.
We did everything we could to restore it to its original condition. You'll still see a few marks on there, though.
Sisir.
This was unavoidable because
What?
of how badly damaged the item was.
That's fine. Thank you for your hard
Ternyata
work.
benar-benar barang biasa.
Yes, though it is something very precious to one of my informants. It reminds her of her mother.
Oh.
My informants often provide me with extremely important information. It's only fair that I endeavor to meet any
Pemimpin
request
yang
they
baik
have in
nih.
return.
Pemimpin yang baik.
Trust is of far greater importance than profit in the relationship between me and my informants.
Perlakuan informasi yang berguna pasti bisa dibeli kamu orang.
It's understandable to think that way, and in the vast majority of cases, you'd be completely right. But things are a little different with these particular informants. Mora doesn't get you very far with this crowd. And this only makes me all the more excited to meet with them.
Oke.
Thank you for the repair, Xingxi.
Shishi.
This is a great help.
Shishi.
Oh, don't mention it. It's always a pleasure, Lady Ningguang.
Let's go and meet them.
Oke. Siapa sih informannya? Jadi penasaran. Sana ya. Kayaknya udah habis buat ini ya nih. Apa namanya? Informannya bocil anjir. What the fuck?
Auntie Ningguang! Hi, Auntie Ningguang!
Auntie.
Hello, my dears. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Informan tuh anak-anak.
Yes, indeed. And they are some of my
What
most
the frick?
reliable helpers and friends. I didn't want to involve them in intelligence gathering for me at first, but they, on the other hand, were so enthusiastic about the idea that I
Berita kan
thought
anak ada
it
bawah
couldn't
umur,
hurt to
anjir.
try. I treated it as a little game between us. It turned out that they delivered the goods and thoroughly enjoyed themselves while they were at it. So,
Anjir, mempekerjakan
it
anak di
was a
bawah umur.
win-win.
Tertangkap nih gua.
So, fill me in. How have you all been doing?
Great! Mom and Dad have taken me on loads of cool trips recently. It's been loads of fun. But you didn't do your homework, did you? Yeah, but it's not my fault.
Ngelak tuh bocil.
You still gotta try. Like teacher says, Liyue Harbor is in a new age now, and we've got a really important part to play.
Apa iya, Zizi.
This new age started after that great battle, you know. Well, this is a dramatic change, unique in all of the millennia of Liyue's history. Everyone is eager to do their part and make their mark in the age of humanity.
Oke.
What about you, Nan? You
Nan.
haven't said anything yet, and you're looking a little unhappy.
I'm fine. Just
Duh, masih bocil
don't know what
udah
to
punya
say.
beban hidup nih anak, banyak pikiran.
Oh yeah, I just remembered. A load of really big boats came into the harbor the day before yesterday. Yeah, that's right. All the merchants were there, and it was really noisy. And then the people on the boat started unloading all these crates.
Apa tuh
There
isinya
was
tuh?
a salty kind of fishy smell in the air. Ugh.
Iya.
Oh, I see. That'll be the fishing boats coming back from the open ocean. How much cargo were they carrying? Remember, I taught you how you can tell.
Halo Bang, semangat Bang. Makasih Bang Fadil
I made
Kafi.
sure to look at the water line,
Sama
just
abang
like you
juga
said.
semangat.
They looked really full this time.
Makasih ya
My
dukungannya.
goodness. Well, it sounds like they made quite a big catch.
Mereka pandai besar sekali.
The heavier the boat, the lower the hull sits in the water. So you can tell how heavily loaded a vessel is from the height of the waterline.
Kayaknya
How deep
OBS-nya
a fully
ngebug ini.
loaded vessel will sit in the water varies from ship to ship.
Bentar
But
ya.
it's something you can tell from experience, at least for the kinds of vessels you see regularly.
Ngebug ini kayaknya. Nggak terbaca chatnya. Aduh, ngebug. Udahlah.
Since Auntie Ningguang taught me how to do it, I can tell with just one look.
Anjay.
A few days ago, I heard some people saying that a big merchant from Fontaine is coming soon to buy lumen. They said that when they get here, the price will go up a lot.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Really?
Who did you hear this from?
Bohong nggak kocil?
All right, never mind. So, how about what they said?
Aduh, bocil informasi
I
yang
don't
nggak jelas.
remember that either. Sorry.
Are you okay? You're usually the one that talks the most. What's gotten into you today?
Ya, kenapa?
It's okay. Don't be upset. Actually, I brought you a little something to cheer you up. How about that,
Oh, dikasih sisir.
It's my comb. You remembered.
You remember?
Of course I did. If I make you a promise, I will always keep it.
Thank you, Auntie Ningguang. Thank you so much.
Onti
It was
katanya
just
kita
a small
onti
favor,
Ningguang.
really. Nothing to get overexcited about.
But they said you'd be too busy to
Oh, enggak
remember
dong.
about a boring old comb.
Enggak dong.
They.
Uh-oh.
Mana saja dia terbata-bata.
It's all right. Don't worry. There just seems to be some kind of misunderstanding.
Yeah, Auntie Ningguang's not gonna blame you.
I'm sorry. I told you a lie.
Bocil,
That thing about the
bohong-bohong aja.
luminescent spines wasn't something I heard. Two people came
Bocil,
and told
bocil.
me to say it to you.
Melat latu na, melat
I
latu.
told them I didn't want to lie to Auntie Ningguang, but they
Ya,
told me
bacot
you'd
kok, bocil.
then they bought me a new comb. And I'm sorry. I'll give them the comb back right away. No comb is better than the one you helped get fixed for me.
Weh, bocil. Disogok
I
sisir.
know how much it means to you. It was a gift from your mom before she left Liyue Harbor, wasn't it?
Disogok sisir
Yeah, it
anjir.
was. I'll be extra careful with it from now on. When Mom gets back, she'll be so sad if she finds out I broke it.
I must say, this is most intriguing.
Ya, ada yang mau menjebak
How
nih.
about this? You tell me where those two people are, and I'll take the comb back to them for you. Sound good?
Okay. They're over at the docks. They said I should go and meet them when I finished the mission.
All right then. Don't worry, it'll all be fine.
Yes.
I'll be right back.
Are you gonna go punish the bad guys?
Now, this is a grown-up situation, okay? It's not fun and games anymore. And don't try and follow me.
Ya, jangan
I'm
ikuti
just
ya.
going to have a polite discussion with those two grown-ups about what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do.
Marah nih si Ningguang nih. Ningguang marah nih. Woi, Nanan, woi, disogok sisir, woi, makan nih. Disogok sisir anjir, langsung bohong. Weh, bocil. Kasih latu baru gua tau rasa gua.
Can't catch me.
Catch me. Can catch me. Dua lagi ya, baru selesai ya. Bocil. Ini kan.
Do you think that kid's gonna fluff her lines? Also, let's be honest.
Biksu,
Yes,
Lauke.
But we didn't have any other options. Just try not to overthink it, okay? Nanan's one of Ningguang's most trusted informants. Ningguang adores that kid. She's not gonna get all suspicious just because her story doesn't quite add up.
It sounds like you underestimated me. And the children as well.
Lady Ningguang?
You knew how important that comb was to Nan Nan, and you exploited that fact to emotionally manipulate her.
Marah dah nih.
You coached a child to lie, made her betray her own innocence and confuse her conscience. Do you not realize how contemptible
Iya,
that
kau
is?
ngerusak bocil. Diajarin enggak kau
Sorry,
lauke.
Lady Ningguang. We never should have crossed you like this.
That's not the point. Business
Business ya,
is
business.
business. And at some point, we're all trying to get the better of one another. So if all you done is fool me by feeding me false information, I'd make a loss, and that would be the end of it. But you cannot put Mora above all else. You cannot go exploiting children
marah
for
Ningguang
profit.
nih.
Do you have any idea just how much damage that will cause?
It
Ngamuk
was
Ningguang
hardly
nih.
our first choice either. We were only acting out of
Ah,
necessity.
selalu jadi victim.
We've been
Ketahuan jadi
business partners for
victim.
years now. We've gotten by, I guess, but never had any opportunities to
Udah ketahuan
expand.
jadi victim.
When we heard about the movement in the luminescent spine market, we thought to heck with it. Let's go all in on this one. See if we don't get lucky for once. So we stocked up a huge stash of luminescent spines and watched as the price went up and up. We thought this was gonna be it. We were gonna make our fortune.
But we waited and waited, and this mystery merchant from Fontaine never came. More and more people started to suspect it was all a huge scam. Suddenly, everyone with luminescent spines was running for the exit, selling as fast as they could. But we had so much
Akan tuh
inventory that no one was
penimbun-penimbun.
willing to.
Oh yeah. As soon as Lady Ningguang
Dasar tukang penimbun tuh ada di mana-mana ya. Nggak di game, nggak di dunia nyata.
It's a steep hike. If we don't sell the goods, we're both bankrupt.
Para penimbun
We're in
anjir.
debt up to our eyeballs. We just didn't have any other choices.
To be brutally honest, we took out a loan and made a speculative investment is not
Betul.
a sob story.
Ah,
But
Betul,
not
Ningguang.
everyone has the capability to make rational decisions. Greed, a lust for wealth, and impatience can all cloud your judgment. Do you now realize how dire the consequences of wild speculation can be?
bilang terus.
100%. We've both barely slept in days. We begged people to take our stock off our hands. They laughed at us, called us idiots. It was all hilarious.
Mampus.
We messed up completely and catastrophic. The savings we worked so hard our whole lives to build up, decimated. Just
So dia victim
Well.
terus.
I can take your luminescent spines off your hands, but we will need a detailed contract. The portion of what I pay that exceeds the average price of luminescent spines in the past,
Oh, ngeri-ngeri.
you will have to pay back to me by some means in our future business dealings.
Ngeri.
But that means our profit is zero.
Kambing.
Then you're free to find another willing buyer.
Banyak permintaan nih si anjing.
If you're seriously still insisting on turning a profit under these circumstances, I'm afraid you're beyond redemption.
Lady Ningguang
Kurang
is
ajar nih
right.
dua orang anjir.
Let's swap the goods for cash and use it to pay off our debts and be done with it. This is a lifeline and we should be
Astaga,
grateful
mikir
for
kau
it.
untung dah
Forget about
nipu
making
apa
money.
segala dan nyetok barang.
Yes, you're right.
Brengsek.
I have no particular need for luminescent spines, but I'm quite sure I can uncover a market for it with a little research.
Anjay.
Okay, so, shall we get this deal done now?
No need to hurry. Our deal is hardly the urgent matter here. You took advantage of a child, and you are coming with me to make a full and unreserved apology. This is an opportunity for you to show remorse.
Oh, okay.
Come on, let's go back and see the children.
Aduh. Sampai nipu bocil lah. Menghalalkan segala cara dan menipu bocil-bocil. Nah bocil tuh.
We're back. Everything's all sorted.
Oh, it's those two.
I'm sorry, Nan Nan. I was lying to you when I told you that Lady Ningguang wouldn't fix your comb.
Lauke.
I was completely in the wrong, and I promise I'll never do anything like this again. Can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
Sedikit suaranya
Thank you,
anjir.
Ningguang.
I think it should be your choice. And yours alone.
Yes.
Well, since it's all sorted out now and nothing super bad happened, I guess
Jahat
it's
sekali
okay.
Zizi nggak kayak Nanan.
But we can't just let them off. We gotta show them you don't mess with us.
Bacot Little Long.
That's true. I'd certainly hate to see anyone else try to con you.
I've made up my mind. I want them to come play with us.
What the fuck?
What?
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Now we have someone to play hide
What
and
the
seek
freak?
with. Great idea. Let's go play hide and seek at the
What?
North Wharf.
What?
Wait a second.
Nope. No waiting. Come on.
What?
So full of energy.
Ya pergi juga Ningguang.
Yes, of course. I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving them alone with those two buffoons.
Oh masih jauh ya ceritanya. Mana orang tuh? Bocil beda bocilnya.
Let me guess what you're thinking. You're thinking that there's not a huge difference between me turning these children into my informants and the actions of those two businessmen.
Ya kamu tak
Am I
separah
right?
itu sih.
They were completely different when I first met them. They'd run away as soon as they saw me, or they'd be shaking with nerves and unable
Soalnya
to
kamu Ningguang
speak.
sih.
But gradually, they stopped seeing me as someone to be afraid of, and started seeing me as someone they can trust. For my part, I did my utmost to fulfill the duties of a responsible adult. I played games with them, but I also taught them observation skills, analytical
Anjir.
skills, how to think critically. I never taught business, though. Now, they're much further ahead in their studies and far more mature than their peers. I think that this is beneficial to them.
Kamu seperti guru mereka.
Yes, perhaps I am. I never had the chance to receive a good education as a child. That's why I hope to teach these children myself. Someday they may realize that not everything is a win-win deal, that deception and one-upmanship are facts of life. When that happens, they will be ready to face the world head-on and become exceptional businessmen and women. But
Jadi
until
kamu sedang
then,
membesarkan penerusmu ya?
I am here to protect them. I will one day die. New Qixing will replace the old.
Oh, udah
And
berpikir
Liyue
jauh ke
will
depan
continue
dia.
to prosper. I hope the name Ningguang will live on, but not as a person, as more of a
Woi
symbol.
bocil ganggu kali anjir.
If I can pass on everything
Bola
I have
balik
learned,
dari tadi.
I can create a legacy that will live on long after I am gone.
Come on, Auntie Ningguang. Hurry up.
Auntie dong.
Forever.
Coming.
Kami.
Come on. Let's enjoy this while we
Dan
can.
mereka ngajak orang terkaya di Liwi untuk main petak umpet anjir. Dia ngajak orang terkaya di Liwi untuk main petak umpet. Astaga. Kok kuasku cuma ada ini ya? Sedikit lagi kan? Pengalaman masih banyak perasaan. Kan ada itu lagi kan? Anjay. Sebentar, teman
Best
aku
flavor in the world? The sweet, sweet
ngajak
taste of
Valorant.
victory. And that's why I've never spent a single more on any of my snacks.
Apa sih?
I've won them all, fair and square.
Oh ini.
That's right.
Oke lah, karena berhubung teman aku mau ngajak Valorant, ini aku udah sama. Dan cerita Ningguang juga udah banyak kelar. Nanti aku lanjut lagi ya. Kita lanjut ke Valorant dulu. Tapi betul nggak nih dia ngajak Valorant? Katanya main Valorant tadi. Oke, nanti kita pokoknya ini udah true ending. Kalau ini ending pertama ini dia true endingnya ini. Untuk kalau yang kita ngajak dia liburan true endingnya ini. Nah, bagus sih. Oke lah, kita akan akhiri sampai sini dan kita lanjut Valorant habis ini ya. Thank you udah nonton and see you and bye-bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye-bye. Mana sih anjir?